Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Lovedhappy. If you're interested in switching out your products to more cleaner, greener products that are going to be better for your health and the health of your family, this is going to be a great video for you because I'm going to be sharing with you some super simple tips to help you get started in doing that. This is kind of part 2 of this video. In the first part, I shared with you why I actually decided to make this switch and why I think you might want to as well. So if you haven't seen that first, definitely check it out. I'll link it down below. And I think it really might motivate you to help you get started thinking about this and get you to the point where you actually want to do it. All right, without further ado, let's get started. The first step I kind of mentioned in the last video, and that has to do with education. In order to actually know what ingredients are toxic and the things you want to keep out of your house, you have to learn those things. So education is really important, and educating yourself on those specific things. To be honest, I don't know absolutely every chemical that I want to keep out of my house. Again, a documentary that I recommend watching is The Human Experiment if you just want to inform yourself more about this stuff altogether. I'll also link a few other articles down below that list some common toxins you may find in your makeup or lotions or household products down below so that you can kind of have those in your brain as you're looking at different products. I'm going to share with you something that kind of keeps it simple for me, and that's kind of just recognizing that all the standard cleaning products and whatnot that we are sold on our shelves are going to have bad stuff in them. I'm talking everything. I know this sounds overwhelming, but just bear with me. The whole idea of it all is overwhelming to think that literally everything on the shelves pretty much has bad stuff in it, but to actually make out the switches really isn't that hard at all. So the big idea of toxins being everywhere, that can be just daunting, but just bear with me. I'm gonna help you guys through that. So anyways, what I was saying is just recognize that all the traditional stuff pretty much has bad things in it. Soaps and shampoos have sulfates and parabens or formaldehyde, which is proven to cause cancer, is in different makeups and lotion, and a lot of other products have a lot of skin irritants and lung irritants and things that can fog your brain and just a lot of stuff in them. Those are just small examples, but what has helped me is learning some of the basic ingredients to avoid and then also finding brands that I trust. I find it so much easier when you just have a brand that you can trust and know that a product you buy from them is going to be clean and not harmful. For instance, for my daughter, I love Earth Mama Angel Baby, and they have such great ingredients in their products. So I know that I can buy a bubble bath or a lotion for her from them, and I don't really have to go through the ingredients and make sure that they are clean because I've done that once or twice and I just really trust and respect their brand. There's also a helpful site, especially if you're new at this, called EWG.com. I think it's Environmental Workers Group or Working Group. You can actually enter in a product and it will tell you its toxicity rating and kind of give you the details on that. That's also a good resource for finding products that are lowest in toxicity as well. And especially in my earlier stages, I learned a lot from just entering in different products and kind of seeing where they're rated. And that kind of helped me wake up to a lot of the stuff that I was putting on my body. So education, know the ingredients and find brands you trust just to kind of take out the mental stress. I find for a lot of these cleaner products, the best way to buy them is online because they're not going to be in a lot of your normal drugstores or grocery stores. And then if you go to Whole Foods or kind of those fancy health food stores, they're going to be so much more expensive. So I like Amazon, and then I also love Vitacost.com. They have a lot of more natural options, and they also have a lot of promo codes all the time and discounts. Vitacost is awesome, and Amazon, especially if you have Amazon Prime. So that's just my little tip for you. You probably are going to find the best prices for these sort of items online. And what's great too is you can also see reviews, especially on Amazon. I love to look on Amazon for reviews because I just love learning from other people's mistakes or successes and kind of seeing what seems like it would be the best fit for me. For instance, if you're looking for a shampoo without sulfates in it, that can be kind of tricky to find one that works for your hair. And I just find that looking through reviews is so helpful in directing you towards a better option for yourself. My next tip is just to go one step at a time. I know how overwhelming it can be. I've kind of gone through those stages of being really overwhelmed, and especially when you just realize there's bad stuff in everything, like our mattresses and couches. It can be overwhelming, but we can't make all the changes at once. You know, if I was gonna go buy a new couch and a new mattress, that's gonna be really expensive, and I can't do that right now. So I'm gonna do the little things that I can do that are within my budget, and I suggest that you start at that place as well. Also, in general, if you're gonna make a sustainable change, it takes those little baby steps, you know, of educating yourself a little bit more about makeup, and then a little bit more about shampoos, and then a little bit more about food. So I think just having the idea in your mind that this is a priority to you and something you're going to continue to work towards, each time you run out of a product that you already have, just do a little bit of research on that product and try out one of the more natural options out there. Like if you just ran out of your shampoo, try looking for one without sulfates and synthetic fragrances in it. Or if you just ran out of your household Lysol cleaner, try and make one with vinegar and essential oils and water and see how that works for you. Just don't discount the little steps that you're taking in the right direction, because all of these things that we're exposed to in our environment and in our food, they affect us cumulatively, so just making small changes is really going to be beneficial to you and your family. Another one is natural deodorant. Aluminum has actually been found in breast cancer cells, and almost all traditional deodorants that you can buy at the drugstore have aluminum. And you can actually make a great natural deodorant as well with baking soda and coconut oil. I personally love one that's called Primal Pit Paste. Primal Pit Paste really works well for me and my husband as well. My next tip is to start with things that your skin has more contact and exposure to. For instance, if you're thinking about your face, what you're going to absorb the most is number one, all the lotion that you're putting on your face, right? Because that's the most surface area. And then what's next? Foundation, right? If you're putting foundation on your face, that's going to have the biggest surface area, so you're going to absorb the most of that. Whereas an eyeliner or mascara, you're not going to absorb as much of that into your skin. Also lipstick, a lot of lipstick has lead in it. And I don't know that there's like some crazy statistic out there about how many pounds of lipstick the average woman eats in her life or something ridiculous like that. But if that's something you wear every day, it makes sense that it's going into your mouth and getting ingested in a small ratio, but it builds up upon itself. So think about the things that have the most exposure to your body. Also body wash, if you're rubbing body wash all over your body every single night when you shower, that might be something that you want to switch out sooner than later. Another big one that I really recommend is laundry detergent. Cutting out fabric softeners and replacing it with vinegar, and dryer sheets. Dryer sheets are really, really bad, just the chemicals in them. So laundry stuff is really big one to switch over on, because especially fabric softeners, people say they want their clothes to smell like this stuff, but those scents are actually toxic to your body and they're absorbed through your skin when you put those clothes on or when you get into bed with your sheets washed in that detergent with that softener. So switching out your laundry detergent is going to be a great way to eliminate chemicals that you're exposed to, because that's stuff you put on your body every day. I personally have been using BioClean as a laundry detergent, and then vinegar does an incredible job at softening your clothes as well, just standard white vinegar, which is super cheap. So when you're making these changes, I'd really focus on the things that I kind of mentioned. Synthetic fragrances aren't good even though they smell good. Things that are fragranced with essential oils are much more preferable, or just unscented altogether. I know it's not as fun to have things that aren't scented, but you can decide if you'd rather have exposure to those chemicals or scent. And honestly, sometimes I do wear traditional perfumes. Also, I kind of referred to this earlier, but a lot of DIY products are cleaner and greener and even cheaper to make. So if you're feeling like you want to try making something, there's so many amazing, effective recipes out there. I'm telling you, if you're afraid that these cleaner products aren't effective, sometimes they're not, but there definitely are ones that are incredibly effective, if not more effective than these more chemical-ridden ones. And even the ones, honestly, that aren't quite as effective, to me the trade-off between my health and whatever else is on the other side is just a no-brainer. So if you're feeling up to it, or if you are on a tighter budget especially, try making some of these products. So many of the ingredients that are in the products actually overlap between product to product, like baking soda and white vinegar and a few different essential oils. So that makes it so much easier too when you're making different stuff. A lot of it is the same basic ingredients. And my last tip is to really just try and not get overwhelmed and remind yourself of the benefits and stay motivated, especially in that whole education phase. If you're earlier in on this, watch a video or two a week and just learn a little bit more step by step. And again, as you repurchase things, just do it step by step and know that you're making a great choice. You're making a choice that's absolutely worth it and going to positively impact yourself and your family. And I bet that you'll find that this positive choice overflows into different areas of your life as well. Anyways, guys, I'd love to know your tips about switching over to greener, cleaner products down below, and any thoughts or comments you have on this topic. Do you guys want any more videos like this? And if so, I'd love to know what you guys would like to see. I showed you a lot of my makeup. Do you guys want to see other body or hair products that I use? If you do, let me know down in the comments and give me a thumbs up as well if you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new. I'd love to have you here, and I just pray that my videos are helpful and encouraging to you guys. I love you so much, and I hope that you have a beautiful day, because you are absolutely worth it. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!